on any Wimbledon court is actually one where the people get paid for sitting there. That's the line umpires, the chair umpires who are on the court, and they help the championships tick along. I'm here with Andy Davies, and Andy, you've been doing this job for quite a while. Tell us how you got into it, and this is your 18th Wimbledon?
Yeah, so I started when I was 16. I was a ball boy around there at the Nationals, which were in Telford. I had a school teacher who became head of the LTA, Kathy Sabin, and at the end of our sort of ball crew, she said, "Do any of you want to go on to be line judging?" And I was like, "Yeah, it's a day off school," and I enjoyed the tennis, so I went off and did some trials and got through all of them, and then came here my first Wimbledon when I was 16 and carried on ever since at 18. This year.
Yeah, no, it's incredible. And tell us a little bit, since you've done so many now, you've actually done all the Grand Slams, a couple of the Olympics as well, but what is a day in the life of a line umpire like?
Get up early in the morning, depending on the
schedule.
Have your
breakfast.
Yeah, have your breakfast. You come on court, you get ready. I do team leading as well, so I'll report to the office, I'll get a pack with my name and the other officials in my team. I'll go through all the notices, what I need to tell them, get them prepped for the session on the court, give them their lines where they're going to be stood for the day, different matches, and you just work. You do an hour on court, an hour off court, and then at the end of play, you go home, get to the office, make sure that we've got no extra matches, and then head home ready for the next day.
Yeah,
do it all over again.
I mean, it's incredible, and obviously, as you mentioned, having done it now for 18 years, you'd have a great passion for tennis. For you being out there on court, there must be no greater thrill.
Yeah, I'm out on court. It's amazing. Some of the atmospheres and the finals that I've been on have been unreal. I can't explain it. Even yesterday, I was out on court with Anderson and Pella, and there was a tiebreaker. It's like I think it was like 5-2, and it went 6-2. But that rally where it was like 5 or 6 shots at the net, and then the crowd. Yeah, the crowd absolutely went crazy, and it's nice. I've been in the crowd and up there watching when everyone erupts, it's really nice, but when you're down on court, it's so different. It's electric, and you have to keep all that emotion in. Some of the experiences out on the court have been amazing, especially even at the Olympics in Rio with Andy Murray and Del Potro, and that was incredible as well. It's out there is brilliant.
So how do you keep focused? Obviously, you've got a job to do. I mentioned that you're out there. A lot of people want to be as close to the tennis as possible. You guys are, but you've got a job to do. Tell us about keeping that poker face on, keeping focused while the match is going on. Yeah.
When you're out there, I think because you want to do a good job, because you get graded, and if you get graded, you get good marks, you get to go back on the better matches, and your aim for me and some of the others is to try and get a final. It's quite prestigious to be on there, and just to be in the atmosphere for that again. So it can be tough. There's a lot of pressure out there with the players and the atmosphere, and the crowd shout out during the points as well. So when it's really close, and then you get the adrenaline from the players when they're tense and they're ready. You can sort of see when they're ready to go, and just keeping a straight face. And when you've got Hawkeye as well now, and that adds a bit more pressure, but it helps you focus more. Obviously, we're a team, so with Hawkeye, which helps, it's a lot of pressure. I remember the first time Hawkeye came in, and I got challenged, and I felt like my legs were going to give way. You're just sort of nervous, but as you get over the years, you get used to that feeling now, so it's easier to deal with. But
you mentioned some of those finals. You've done one in particular, is the infamous final between Rafa and Roger, 2008. It was actually your first Wimbledon final. That must have been, I mean, talk about atmosphere of atmospheres in that match. There's nothing like it.
That final was, I can't really remember what happened. I know who won, and I was out there. I just remember it was my first one, and they put me on serve, and I was so nervous because we tend to go with service, and base lines tend to be the harder pressure lines. And I just remember it going really dark, and the crowd erupting all the time. And I just remember at the end of it, getting in the car, going home. My friend was driving, I fell asleep and just slept on the way home. It was just so emotional, and the adrenaline, because we take it off the crowds, we take it off the players, and we're trying to sort of hold that and keep focused. And I was shattered at the end of it.
Yeah, I'm sure. Amazing. And lastly, it's one of the great traditions, obviously, to have officials as part of the matches. You've got the chair umpire and the line umpires. What do you take most pride in doing the job that you do?
Most pride, I think it's just being part of something incredible with some of the players that you're on court with, and their ability and their skill levels, like Federer, Nadal, Djokovic, Murray, just to be on court with some of the greatest players there's been. Even I've been on court with McEnroe, so even them players, it's been incredible, and I think it's just being part of something special, like a great sport like this. So
Yeah, awesome.
it's good.
Thanks, Andy. We appreciate it.
No worries, anytime.